Welcome to the Wellness Protocol, your source for guidance on metabolic health, hormones, and longevity. I'm Dr. Alessia Roehnelt, double board certified endocrinologist, and on each episode, I'll share simple tools rooted in science and experience to help you feel better, live longer, and take control of your health. Welcome back to the Wellness Protocol. I'm Dr. Alessia Roehnelt, your host and advocate for holistic lifestyle medicine. Today's episode is going beneath the surface, literally. If you've spent tons of money on skincare products but still feel like something's missing, you are not alone. The truth is, your skin's glow starts deep within, powered by foods you eat every single day. So today, we are decoding beauty foods, scientifically backed foods that nourish your skin at a cellular level, helping you glow naturally from the inside out. So let's dive in. To truly appreciate why beauty foods matter, let's quickly review what is going on with your skin. So your skin is your body's largest organ, and it's made up of different layers. The epidermis is the outer layer. The dermis is a little bit deeper, and it contains critical proteins like collagen and elastin. So what collagen does is it gives your skin strength and elasticity, while elastin lets your skin snap back after stretching or smiling or screaming at your kids. But these essential proteins unfortunately diminish naturally as you age or with stress, inflammation, and of course, a poor diet. Now, there is some good news. Because your diet directly influences these processes, eating the right foods can enhance hydration, they can reduce inflammation, they can boost collagen production, and effectively slow down the aging process from within. So think of food as powerful information your cells read. They can either inflame and age you or repair and rejuvenate your skin. So let's get more specific. I'm going to tell you my top 5 beauty foods, why they work, and exactly how you can incorporate them into your diet. So number 1, I'm sure you've heard of this one before, but it's collagen-rich bone broth. Now, collagen is critical for supple, youthful skin, and bone broth is naturally rich in collagen-building amino acids like glycine and proline. So drinking bone broth regularly, like 2 or even 3 times a week, is actually a pretty good habit to keep up with. I recommend making your own bone broth, but you could also buy some pretty high quality store-bought organic brands. Number 2 are antioxidants, and my favorites are wild blueberries and green leafy vegetables. So oxidative stress, think of it as the environmental damage like sun exposure or pollution in the environment. That oxidative stress accelerates skin aging. But what antioxidants do is they neutralize this damage. And wild blueberries are these tiny antioxidant powerhouses that are proven to protect skin cells. You can buy fresh wild blueberries, but you can also buy them frozen, and that kind of allows you to enjoy them all year. And leafy greens like spinach or kale provide a lot of essential vitamins that you need for your skin, like vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin E. These are all critical for cell repair and renewal. And if you don't like eating salads, or maybe you want to give these antioxidants to your kids, but they are not going to eat any vegetables, then try putting some baby spinach in a smoothie. It actually blends really well. You can barely taste it, and you are still getting a lot of those antioxidants. Now, another category that is so important are healthy fats, especially avocado oil and extra virgin cold-pressed olive oil. What these healthy fats do is keep your skin cells hydrated and flexible. So avocados are packed with monounsaturated fats and vitamin E. Those will nourish your skin at a deeper level. And then olive oil contains polyphenols. Those are really potent compounds for reducing inflammation from the inside out. I love putting avocados in my salads every day, but I also like just eating plain avocado or even a little bit of avocado toast with just some salt or olive oil drizzled on top of it. They make a fantastic combo. A fourth category would be zinc-rich foods. So some examples of this would be pumpkin seeds and nuts. Now, zinc is sometimes overlooked, but it is a really great mineral for the skin. It helps skin heal faster and it can reduce acne causing inflammation. So, pumpkin seeds or cashews, even almonds, these are delicious and easy ways to get zinc naturally. Sometimes what I like to do is bring a jar of these to work and just keep them handy for when I need a quick snack. It's a great, healthy, nourishing, and skin glowing snack. And the fifth food group would be probiotic rich fermented foods. So there is a very important connection between the gut and the skin. And a healthy gut microbiome generally lowers inflammation and reduces skin issues like rosacea, eczema, and even acne. So naturally occurring fermented foods, some examples would be kimchi, kefir, yogurt, even sauerkraut. And they contain a lot of beneficial probiotics to help your gut flora. You should try to aim for a daily serving to see the results in your skin. So we talked about the good, but what about the bad? Which types of foods should you be really trying to limit to optimize your skin? Because reducing these foods that inflame and damage your skin is equally as important as adding skin protective foods. So number one, refined sugar. It's terrible for your body, not good for your skin, and it can absolutely speed up aging through glycation. This is a process of weakening your skin's collagen. Even excessive dairy intake can actually trigger inflammation and worsen acne for some people. Now, not everybody is very sensitive to dairy, but many people are. So if you find that this is one of your triggers, eliminating it from your diet can really improve your skin. On a personal level, I've noticed that when I've removed dairy from my diet, my skin glows. It's incredible. And try to limit vegetable oils and seed oils like soybean oil or canola oil. These have more inflammatory pathways. So instead, try to swap them out for some healthier options like we talked about before, the avocado or the extra virgin olive oil. And I can't talk about inflammation without talking about gluten. Gluten is one of the most pro-inflammatory food groups. Now, again, not everybody is sensitive to it. Some people can tolerate gluten without any issues. But if you're one of those people that knows you are sensitive to things, you're more sensitive to the environment than other people, perhaps you have an autoimmune disease that you're trying to manage, cutting out gluten can also help reduce inflammation and improve the skin potentially. Now let's talk about some supplements. What works and what actually doesn't? So one that's very popular is a supplement called biotin. Biotin is B7. And it's often sold as a hair, skin, and nails type of product meant to improve hair, skin, and nails. While biotin can be very helpful for hair, it doesn't show as much promise when it comes to the skin. So there's not a lot of scientific backing that biotin can help skin. And in fact, biotin can sometimes interfere with lab tests. We see this in thyroid blood work, that it can interfere with thyroid tests. It can also interfere with some cardiac testing or heart testing. And so although biotin is not harmful for your thyroid or your heart, it can interfere with the tests and make your labs a little bit more difficult to interpret. So if you're thinking of using biotin for skin, maybe think of something else, like collagen powders. There is actually some research to show that marine collagen peptides can genuinely boost skin elasticity and hydration. So that might be one worth considering. But really, the overall best vitamins that you could take to improve your skin would be vitamin C, because that supports your body's own natural collagen synthesis, omega-3 fatty acids, because they have been shown to reduce inflammation, and probiotics that support a healthy gut-skin balance. Remember, supplements should complement, not replace, a healthy, nutrient-rich diet. But nutrition really isn't everything. Lifestyle habits actually make a significant difference in your skin. Now, I'm sure you've noticed this before. If there's a day where you have not gotten enough sleep, or maybe you weren't drinking enough, you were traveling, you were on a flight, you just didn't get enough water intake, you'll see that your skin does not look as great. And that's absolutely true. So, number one, staying hydrated is essential for keeping your skin plumped and hydrated, as well as flushing out toxins. You want to aim for at least half your body weight in pounds in ounces of water every day. Stress management is also very important. When you are chronically stressed, you will probably have chronically high cortisol levels, and this can also accelerate skin aging. So, daily mindfulness or meditation, even just 5 or 10 minutes a day, can actually dramatically improve your skin. And sleep, I can't emphasize this enough. So, getting anywhere between 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night is really optimal for hormone balance and cellular repair. Another skin-friendly lifestyle practice to try to incorporate is routine exercise. So let me explain why this can help your skin. Exercise boosts blood circulation, and that allows for vital nutrients and oxygen to be delivered to the skin, but it also supports the detox process. So it enhances the lymphatic drainage and toxin removal by sweating. So, exercising on a regular basis is not only healthy for your heart and your muscles and your brain, it's also healthy for your skin. And another thing to consider is not only reducing toxins that you're putting in your body, but also reducing toxins that you are putting directly on your skin. Your skin absorbs about 60 to 70% of what you put on it. So you want to reduce toxin exposure from personal care products like lotions, shampoos, conditioners, body sprays, things like that. Some of the more harsh chemicals that you want to try to avoid in these personal care products would be parabens, sulfates, and fragrances. You want to try to opt for more natural or clean skincare products. And we are actually going to have an upcoming episode of the podcast on better products to use for your skin and ideal sunscreens to use for protection. Incorporating these simple habits into your daily life will not only transform your overall health, but can also transform the health and glow of your skin. I do want to address some really common questions that I get from my patients on this topic. The first would be, can diet alone clear acne? Now, a lot of people are under the impression that if you have acne, it means you're eating a lot of junk food, and if you change your diet, your skin will get much better. Unfortunately, it is not as simple as that because acne can be multifactorial, which means a lot of things could be going on with the skin. For instance, from an endocrine perspective, acne is sometimes triggered by high testosterone levels. So we also need to think about the metabolic state of that patient. Do they have a tendency to have high testosterone? Do they have a condition called polycystic ovarian syndrome or PCOS, where higher testosterone levels are found? Is that person overweight? Because being overweight can also raise testosterone. So acne isn't always just linked with diet. It can be linked with many other hormonal factors. You yourself may notice that during times of stress or during times in your menstrual cycle, your skin fluctuates. And this is not all due to the food that you're eating. It is also due to other hormones. However, optimizing your diet can only help your skin. The second question I often get in the office is, are organic foods better for your skin? I feel strongly that organic foods are really necessary for a healthier lifestyle and healthier skin. Organic foods tend to have reduced amount of toxin exposure like pesticides, herbicides such as glyphosate, and I really feel that they are more beneficial than non-organic foods. And another very common question I get is, how quickly can these dietary changes affect my skin? So it really depends on what the change is. You can see significant improvements in the skin with increasing your hydration or getting a good night's rest overnight. So you can see remarkable improvements in less than 24 hours. But many changes, especially when they're linked to inflammation, can take weeks, if not months, to improve. We typically find that when inflammation levels are high, it can take weeks for those inflammation levels to start coming down after you've removed your trigger that's causing the inflammation. So it may actually take you weeks, if not a few months, to see changes in your skin. It's very important to be patient during this time period because it may not be something you are going to wake up to the next morning. You might have to give it some time to see the change. Beautiful skin really is cultivated from within. Try to start small. Pick one beauty food or one habit that we discussed in today's episode. And if you integrate it consistently, you are going to see your skin respond and become more radiant. Now, if you found this episode helpful, please support our community by subscribing to the podcast, leave a rating, or even share this episode with a friend who deserves to glow naturally just like you. Thanks for joining me today on the Wellness Protocol. See you next time.